Hello, if you're viewing this message, there's something in this reading that may be for you, okay? So if you feel called to stay and receive clarity, if you've been asking, this is your confirmation here. The Two of Wands is coming out first, okay? So I feel like you're somebody that's really embracing the energy of expansion here. You're embracing an energy of what I desire, what I desire desires me. Okay, so it's like this magnetic energy you're in. What I desire desires me. So this could have to do with a love connection here, that this is how somebody is showing up for you, okay? This is how somebody is feeling, okay? In the matter, within their heart space, somebody is feeling like you are very expansive and you're very growth oriented. You're very in tune with your emotions. I feel like this person is somebody who values somebody that wants the same things or values the same things, you know, like has similar interests, similar goals, similar visions of the future here. This person that you may have a very deep soul connection with here, it feels like they see you as someone very, very awakening in their life. They feel like you're somebody who makes them have to think a lot. You know, you make this person feel very deeply here. This person feels very exposed in your space. They feel very seen by you, is what's coming to mind. You're like a mystical, you know, mystical but ethereal being to this person. And what I'm receiving is like you're a very safe space to this person. It feels like they don't have to hide around you. It feels like they can be themselves. Like there's this part of them that keeps a lot of things hidden because they protect themselves around other people. It's like they're working through this fear of rejection. But I feel like with you illuminate this person's fear of rejection in a positive way. It's like you're just a very like open person. You're very accepting here. It feels like they can be brave with you in their life. They can choose to expand. They can see beyond the fears that they have in their mind when they're in your company, when they're in your space. It feels like they can talk about things without judgment. It feels like they can stand in their divinity, like they can stand firmly in who they are without needing to run away. And with the Two of Pentacles, it feels like they don't have to overindulge in this connection. It feels like they know how to have balance when approaching you. There's something about this person feeling like they have very like they know that you're like a safe space. So they feel like they don't need to overgive if they don't have, you know, energy to give to you ultimately. But it feels like within this connection, it feels like no matter how much you're giving and how much you're receiving, it's just like an endless flow of love, regardless of what is received in the 3D world. It's like there's this yin and yang aspect, and there's this balancing act between you two, where you could be completely two different people on the surface, but it feels like there's stability here regarding the intentions for each other. It feels like it's solid, even though, it's different for everybody. Even though if things don't seem like they're solidified in the 3D, it's almost like this is a very intuitively led connection. It's almost like there's no secrets or illusions deep down. It feels like this is like truth. This is the truth card. Like there's knowing, there's a trust, foundational energy between you two. Oh, that's what all this pentacle energy is. And the Two of Wands, it's very like, it feels like I'm very grounded in this space. It feels like there's this knowing that there's no, in this space, there doesn't feel like there's a need to force the love or like force the connection. It feels like it flows it feels like it's very like divinely guided and protected. It feels like you don't have to force things with this person, because in the past you may have had tension between this connection, or you may have experienced a lot of disharmony in other connections that were not stable because there was a fear mentality involved. But it feels like there's a level of healing here, of releasing those fears, and it feels very like calming. It feels very stable. It feels like this connection doesn't require you and this person to fight for this or like fight for love. Like it's simply existing, because love is about choosing peace. Love is about choosing growth over fear. Love is not control. And that's something that you both have been working through, is like this fear of, this resistance to letting go of control and letting things happen very naturally. The Nine of Cups on the bottom. You've worked very hard to look at your anxieties, look at your attachment issues, looking at your codependency wounds, and recognizing that a divine connection does not require you to have to fight or flight from each other. Like it's in the space of unconditional love for one another that is the foundation. That is what sets the tone of a connection, is like being able to show up authentically and being received authentically, and not needing to manipulate or make a lie out of things. Like you don't have to hide. And we have a match, the King and Queen. Like this is again an equally mutual attractive vibration that you are reciprocating to each other, even if it's, like I said, very simplistic, or it's not a whole lot of investment. It feels like you're in your individual power, you're in your individual aligning energy within yourself, and that is what allows this connection to blossom and deepen the level of intensity, deepening the level of trust, the level of receptivity, throat chakra, receptivity. Exactly, being able to receive one another is something that you've been able to come home towards, this connection. Let me know how this resonated for you.